We're in Calgary, Northwest today. Recently we read a telecommunication report that came out recently. The company represents 750 mobile operators, over 400 companies. It was quite revealing. I'm going to do a video on that report coming up. So this issue of 5G is a personal issue of mine. I feel very passionate about it, and that's why I put a lot of energy into it. But this tower today, oh my God, I did the research on this tower. There's over 100 antennas on that rooftop up there, and they're deploying 3.5 gigahertz antennas. So in this report, June coming up, 2021, they're going to start launching 3.5 gigahertz. That's going to be the launching pad for 5G, 3.5 gigahertz. On that tower, there's two antennas at 3.5 gigahertz by BioInitiative Wireless. It's partly owned by Rogers, but keep an eye out. This is coming, and I want to be clear because we want to make sure people understand what's going on. 5G is very strong pulsations at millimeter wave. So that's a smaller wavelength, more powerful. But this the 3.5 gigahertz is going to be at a microwave, so that's a bigger wave. It's not really 5G, but that's what they're going to be launching it out into. But this tower is very egregious. Those two antennas, you won't believe this, that they have a power output over 12,000 watts. Unbelievable. 12,000 watts. I couldn't believe it when I was reading, but that's very disturbing. So the power output in conjunction with the frequency is going to get the really strong signals. Remember that. So this is quite disturbing. But let's look at this tower. So you wouldn't even notice it. I didn't even notice this tower. But I did the research. We got some great sites we go to. We do our research before it. But there's over 100 antennas on this tower. It's unbelievable. And it's pretty upsetting. We're getting a lot of people contacting us from Canada and other countries, complaining about their symptoms. They can't sleep at night. They're getting headaches, body aches. This is a real issue. It's really sad. And I'm going to do something on that report so you can see it. But it was all about profit. Like we've been saying, it's just textbook. And, we're not saying, we're right about everything, but it was all profit. They're projecting 150 billion in profit. Their economic modeling did not make any sense whatsoever, because all these other countries are doing it. So just because you can download faster, is that going to make you more productive, more entrepreneurial? Come on. The whole thing is ludicrous. The telecommunication industry wants the government to cut the regulations even more. They want a complete free-for-all. They almost have that now. But let's look at this tower. So we're in a pretty dense public space. And we're pretty far from the tower. And we're around 25 volts per meter peak signal. And it's probably going to go higher the further we get away. So this is a pretty extreme EMF radiation zone we're in right now. Look at that. It's going higher the further I walk, because that tower is so high, right? So the line of travel, it's probably going to be hitting where those people are walking into that grocery store there. But this will give you an indication. You see that, how it's going higher? So it's peaking out 31 volts per meter now as I walk away. So this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning of what's coming, unless we really speak up. We got to drain those sellout politicians. We got to do something, man, because this is going to be crazy. But look at that. This thing is powerful. And these antennas are, I was looking into they can travel almost 5 kilometers, the cell phone range. So why do they need so many damn towers everywhere on every second block? So this is all connected to 5G again. But look at this. Yeah, it's completely, the further I get away from it, the higher it's getting. It's amazing. I wasn't even aware of this tower. Like you're just not looking around, and it's way up there. I'm quite shocked by it. So what's going to happen when there's 5G? Because right now there's only 4G up there, and those are the readings we're getting. When we get into 5G, they're going to go up to 28 gigahertz, maybe up to 60. It could be even more than that. These are millimeter wave, strong pulsations, and they're a weapon system. I've seen it. They've actually have crowd control using these beams of millimeter waves. So, yeah, I'm looking. I can't talk about the virus. You're already getting censored. If I talk about the virus, I don't even want to talk about masks. You know, they're censoring everyone, so I can't even talk about that. This is maybe the one issue I can talk about without linking it to the so-called virus. But this is quite disturbing up here. And those antennas wrap all around the building. And I checked online, there's at least 100 up there. This is in Calgary Northwest, Brentwood Mall. It's near Crowchild. But they're wrapping that thing. I've seen that tower on Crowchild driving by, but I've been to this mall before, and it's way up there, eh? So you don't, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, look at the pulsations, very strong pulsations. Hey sir, can I give you, we're just doing readings on EMF radiation.
Okay.
So, do you have a family by chance?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so this is on 5G, just so you're aware.
Okay.
You want to take the top one? Yeah, there's a bunch there, maybe it'll help you. Do you know much about this technology?
About EM waves and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, I was an electronics technology.
Yeah, so it's pretty strong stuff. So this is a crazy start to 2021. I don't know what to say. I was pretty disappointed. These establishment cabal politicians, they were condemning what was going on in Washington today, the Capitol. It seemed a little harsh to me, but it just shows their true colors. Obviously, there's a lot of people frustrated in the States. They don't feel the election was fair, so it's obviously boiling over. They tried to get recourse in the courts and they failed, so this is what happened. You know, fortunately it wasn't, you know, someone got shot, unfortunately, but you know, I understand. I'm sure everyone here understands. It's just boiling over. These people are frustrated. I was just sickened by these cabal politicians in Ottawa all condemning it, condemning the people and that, and not looking at the big picture. It's unfortunate that it led to that. It would have been great if this could have been resolved in the courts, but it is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen. I thought the evidence was pretty compelling that I've been following. It would have been great to get it heard in court so we could really, weigh the pros, the evidence, both sides, and see where it stands. But I don't know what's going to happen, but very, very troubling. It just shows the corruption, the absolute corruption in the U.S. and Canada's no different. Canada's probably worse than the U.S. in terms of corruption, but we're in for a big fight in 221. This is unbelievable. And someone made a good comment to me before this virus thing and lockdown. There was a struggle between nationalism and globalism. And then when the lockdown came, all that stuff went to the side, remember? And then now it's pushing the Great Reset, which is all globalism, UN Agenda 2030, UN Agenda 21. We all know that, right? So remember, people need to know the history. This has been going on for about 50 years. And whether it's Trudeau or somebody else, it's the cabal establishment in Canada. They're all bought and sold. This is complete sellout. People need to understand this. So this is their agenda. It's they don't give a damn about the Canadian people or democracy or what they think. So this is what they want to do. So this is we're living in a form of tyranny now. Unfortunately, through this 5G, it is going to get worse. Our privacy, track and trace, everything, we all know it's going to get worse. This is only the beginning. We're documenting it. Once they start to roll out this more, the infrastructure of the 5G, the Great Reset, is all this 5G, EMF technology. Remember that. Surveillance state. So it's just going to get worse and worse. We got to fight it. We're going to fight it. We're going to be an absolute tyranny. Very disturbing. I wanted to show you guys this tower. I wanted to start the new year on a good note, but we got it. This is something I feel passionate about, and I think it's central to what's going on. Like I said, without this technology, there is no Great Reset. Remember that social credit score, political credit score, absolute censorship. It's sickening. I can't believe it. Growing up, high school, university, master's degree myself, I would have never thought we'd be living in such tyranny and these absolute crooked sellout politicians. They're just absolutely disgusting. And today really showed it, them condemning these patriotic Americans. Maybe some of them went too far, but obviously the frustration is boiling over. It is what it is. But let's fight hard this year. Yeah, 6G is coming. Remember, in June they're planning to start to sell the licenses on the 5G at 3.5 gigahertz. This tower has 2 of them already up there, and and then it's going to expand from there. Remember that. So that's what's coming. So we're all aware, and then they're going to keep deploying it from there. Fortunately, it's taking them a while to deploy this infrastructure, but when it comes out, it's going to be scary. Watch out for the smart meters, the smart devices in your homes. These are all interconnected, part of the infrastructure of tracking you, controlling you, invading your privacy. It's really challenging now. Consider investing in one of these blackout bags, so they can't, especially at airports, they can actually penetrate into your phone even though you're not using it. So it might be worth investing in that to protect your privacy, so they can't penetrate into that, because I'm sure they have some of those Stingray devices there they're using. They can enter any phone that's in operation. So this is going to be one hell of a year. Who knows what's going to happen, but what a start to it. But watch out for the EMF radiation. It is serious. I'm very concerned about it. I've taken in my home, I take a lot of precautions. My phone's on airplane mode a lot, so people can't reach me, but at least I'm not getting blasted. And watch out for the smart devices. But this is really disturbing people living here. And there it is there. Over 100 antennas. The meter is pretty much maxed out. This is a major consumer area. And no one knows. People are asleep. Yeah, solution-based, marina, excellent. Yeah, it's getting higher the further we go. You see that? This thing is powerful, man. Wow. Holy jeez. Wow. Yeah, just as I expected. Wow, that's unbelievable. Imagine that too. That tower's there and go 360 degrees. I'd say at least 600 meters outward. It's hitting all these residences constantly. People living there, people in the apartment buildings, all the consumers, they're getting whacked every day. And everyone is just ignorant. And then they get sick. They may feel headaches. They may end up getting cancer. They may have a blood disorder, a blood barrier issue, organ issues, respiratory issues. This is a cumulative effect over a long time. It's only going to get worse. Look at that. People are like zombies. Nosebleed, eye issues, marina, yes. I'm actually quite disturbed. The people contacting me. One guy from Burnaby, BC contacted me. I looked into the tower and that thing was absolutely egregious, on level with this. But the only issue, the tower in Burnaby was only 3 stories high. So imagine that, just pounding people. And this guy gets sick every time he's around there. Unbelievable. Yeah, Don, the tower, that's the tower. I don't think there's a tower behind the building. It would be getting blocked anyways from the building. The reason the readings are going higher is because the tower in front of us is so high that to get in direct line of those antennas, we have to be further away from it. When the tower is closer to the ground, you don't have to be as far to get whacked by it. But this one is so high, this is how far you have to be away to get the true readings. That's what's going on there. But please share this, everyone. This is a very serious issue. I feel very bad for those people who are extremely sensitive to this, and they are like the canaries in the coal mine, and they're warning us of what's happening, and what's troubling here is what's coming. It's only going to get worse through the 5G. 5G at the higher frequencies is basically a warfare device. These are very small millimeter waves, very powerful. They're used for crowd control. And how many people are going to get sick then to run their AI technocracy? Because that's what the Great Reset is all about, the AI technocracy. But we got to raise awareness. Population control as well. Marina, you're really awake. That's part of it, and we're already seeing signs of population control already. There's a lot of people getting sick. I don't know, but let's stay in tune, and I look forward to the next video.